Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Evil West. And as you can see, guys, we are underground and on the approach to the strange vampiric temple. And I'm really curious what's going to happen when we get over here. There's a vampiric convention going on. And Jesse isn't invited, but he just wants to make his presence felt. Completely understandable. How about... Alright. I was like, and can we just shoot you from here? Of course not. That would be too easy. Take care of air superiority. Yowza. Rude. Okay. There we go. Those headshots, though. Ooh. I need to remember that interrupt if I really get in a bind. There you go. Oh! And we have more friends. Ow. We're just gonna hang out here. There we go. Now let's get these guys in position. That was a close shave. Off with your head. Ooh. There we go. That's what we need.
Gotta open that gate somehow.
Man, the combat's satisfying.
Yeah. Okay. Got a few more to go.
Thought it'd be a little bit harder than that.
Must be the entrance. Looks even bigger up close. Well, let's crash their little party.
I'm sure they'll be thrilled. Checking for any treasure paths. More of the manifesto.
We consider ourselves proud hunters, predators. But that pride sometimes prevents us from growing as a species. Internal divisions have weakened us. Our numbers dwindle while their numbers grow. But it's not too late. We can still survive, but to do so, we must be ready to adapt. We cannot be too proud to evolve.
I can see why Jesse wants to take this guy out. If he was able to actually convince the majority of vampiric society, humanity would have a problem. Like a big problem. Okay, we are entering the temple. Looking for any potential drop. Oh! Well then. Serpentine.
We need to leave the shadows. Don't be fooled. Once our veil of secrecy is lifted, we won't stand a chance.
Good acoustics in this place.
We might be more powerful, but they will crush us with their numbers. Listen to the voice of reason.
Reason.
There is a thin line between being a survivor and being a coward.
Alright, I see some paths here, but I don't think there's any way we can go. Looks like we got another boss fight ahead of us. Oh lord.
Your alliance thirst for all out war with the humans endangers us all. Peter Navano. Without the sheep.
The wolves go hungry, yes. But the day is coming when the sheep will outwit the wolves. Haven't you been watching, brother? The humans have harnessed the power of steam and lightning, and they grow mighty. If our hubris allows us to grow fat and lazy in the shadows, they will soon have the power to hunt us down like dogs.
And so, you propose war.
War suggests there is a chance we might lose. I propose we strike. With my new asset, we can control the change. Reclaim the Sanguisuja's rightful place.
Sanguisujas.
Top of the food chain.
Control the change. Are you mad? Even suggesting such a thing is blasphemy.
Dominic, brother, these are blasphemous times. While my methods may very well be at variance with our tradition, I can tell you one thing. If we don't adapt, we will perish.
Enough. I will not allow you and your bastard breed to lead us into annihilation. Peter Davano, for the high crime of conspiracy against your own kind, I sentence you and your line to the true death.
I told you, Father. They wouldn't listen.
We had to try, Felicity Mikata. Our work will be a lot easier if we can help them understand. If we can't...
Then... we... force them to!
Oof. Yeah, not the best play, Jesse. Oh! They have a horrid form. Yeah. Okay. Take that as the opportunity. Okay, he hits hard. There we go. Whoa. Okay, that's what I gotta do. Oh, that was close. Oh, of course you have friends. Whoop. Oh. I don't want to have him actually hit that. I think that's going to be very, very bad. Yeah, let's just keep on shooting. Why not? Hey. Good. Oh, I guess this is where we get health, too. Oh! And... calculated risk. Good fight, Peter.
Think you could have brought a bigger knife?
Some people get a gold watch when they retire. I got Susan here.
Need to make sure the little girl is gone too.
Should have asked him how to get out of here.
Too late. He won't be of any use for a month or two. Wait. What about Chester?
Well, what are you gonna do?
Now that is how you shape an explosion. Damn, we're late.
At least we won't be going back to the manor empty-handed.
They just left Chester to die. Oh, wow. I'm getting some BioShock Infinite vibes with that wallpaper.
Oh, I'll be damned. That's a new way to spend taxpayers' money.
James Harrow. The people's hero. I heard the White House sends him golden toilet paper. As long as he keeps the presidential ass clear of tick trouble. Feed him well. We've got a lot of ground to cover tonight.
You're not staying for the presentation? The whole institute is in town.
I'll pass on the corporate backpatting session. I don't need another retirement lecture. Here, take this to your father before it wakes up and starts cursing us all to high hell.
Great, so I'll just tell him you've traded killing vampires for swilling cheap bourbon?
Tell him whatever you want.
Fine, skip the presentation. But you ain't getting away from a final drink with me afterwards.
New lore. Okay, the raid. Chester Morgan. Over the last few decades, Chester made extensive contacts with various underworld characters. He provides inside intel to all his connections and has made a few enemies in the process. He's well known as a fixer in the vampire community and has served as an errand boy and courier for prominent highborns. So we probably just intercepted some intel from him. Peter Debano. As a human, Peter Debano was a philosopher who dabbled in the dark arts. The Sanguisuge saw his talent and offered him power and immortality. He didn't accept out of greed or the promise of a better life, but because this change would aid his ambitious quest for true wisdom. However, once he accepted the blood, Peter found himself part of a loyal family, something he never experienced before. Over time, he saw that the humans were growing stronger with their science and technology, and soon would eclipse them and regulate them to a footnote in history. He decided to act and started performing experiments. He used modern science to breed new mutations and created an army of foul bloods easily manipulated by their vampire masters. Each of these monsters are horribly disfigured nightmares created by Debano's accelerated process of transformation. So he's the reason that we fought all those things. Interesting. And the council was so kind of nonchalant in killing him just because he had different traditions or ideas that went against the traditions. The Highborn. Highborns are the strongest and most powerful of all vampiric species. They are of pure blood and descendants of the original Sanguisuge. Wait, was it Sanguisuge? I keep on forgetting it. I'm sorry, guys. I have a horrible memory when it comes to that. They are extremely intelligent, dangerously cunning, and physically imposing. They can easily ensnare humans using either their strength of their bodies or the power of their minds. Thanks to a blood bond, they can communicate telepathically and use that ability to control their victims as well as their furry helpers, bats or wolves. And we already got all of that. Let's just knock this down so we don't have to... And alright. Lore taken care of, I believe. Now, it's going to be a while before we upgrade anything else.
Home sweet home. Money.
Just lying around. Might as well. It's a vampiric and a human trait, apparently.
Mr. Rentier, what a nice surprise.
Speak to William. Well, now that I know that they're secrets, I want to check the grounds of this lovely estate.
Jesse Rentier. You're a chip off the old block.
Oh, it's Jeff Bridges from R.I.P.D. Oh, you're not going to let us go explore a whole lot, are you, game? Boo. Oh, well. Ooh.
As life goes on, we stand guard at the gates.
Daily Mail, September 1893. Oh god, the Daily Mail's here. America will become a cultural force, creating modern masterpieces that rival those of the greatest composers and playwrights of old Europe. President Grover Cleveland at the Cornerstone laying ceremony for the Chesterfield Opera. Get some more info on this kind of...
Mr. Rentier?
At ease, boys. My father in his office?
He is.
Well, this kind of alternate history.
Agent Rentier. Well, better late than never.
Hello, sir. Director Rentier spared no expense to improve those gauntlets.
Officially, they called it a cholera epidemic, but truth was they were dealing with a terrible outbreak of amateur necromancy. The entire institute was engaged in the hunt.
With Abraham Lincoln, vampire hunter. Okay, that's where we need to go, so obviously we're going to go every other direction.
Train fare here cost me an arm and a leg. Sure hope it's worth it.
Veil of Secrets.
Unexplained creature sightings in Richmond, California.
Long time no see, Mr. Rentier.
Surely a natural phenomena. The RI Files. Allow me to convey on behalf of the President of the United States, Benjamin Harrison, my warmest congratulations on Rentier Institute's 75th anniversary. Opening 50th branch of the Institute, which coincides with the celebration, is a true mark of importance that this fine institution has in our great country. I am more than confident that Director Rentier's visionary leadership will continue to protect our citizens from any supernatural forces we can encounter. Yours truly, Secretary of War, Stephen Benton Elkins. P.S. We are going to attend the reception together with D.C.'s Rentier Institute Outpost Director, Mr. Edward Jones. I hope you don't mind letting him leave his post for this well-deserved celebration. So, Benjamin Harrison, if my memory serves... Hold on. Is he the one that got... Okay, no, he's not. Vice President... Okay. I always get Benjamin Harrison mixed up with the other president who basically got pneumonia doing his acceptance speech and then died a few days into office.
You remember me?
Sure, Bob. We'll talk to you here in a bit.
From my first year of cadet training, I'm the shortest one of the bunch. Well, the very next year, I grew like a weed. Had to buy all new pants.
And more weed. Okay, work our way up.
I'll take that.
More coin.
Director Rentier sure looks edgy. Something's up. I can smell it.
You smell the edge? I've said that sometimes about characters in games. Ooh, you can just smell the edginess on them.
Edgar and my father in the Civil War. Right before the bloody Battle of the Wilderness, Central Virginia. His life changed forever during that fight. Highborn nearly killed him. Badly tore up his leg. Edgar carried him in the dead of night across enemy lines to a field hospital, but the surgeon could only do so much. After that, Dad could no longer function in the field.
Okay. And then he turned to administration.
Heavy as hell.
First prototype of the gauntlet. Silver Gauntlet, 1883.
Where the hell you been? I thought you got bitten by some tick.
Some of those fangy fellas were hiding out in Providence. That's why the president ordered the western border secured. Did you hear about those ones that grew tentacles? That's a first.
Wouldn't surprise me being Providence, Rhode Island. The favorite home of H.P. Lovecraft, who knew all about tentacles.
How did it go? Did you get that big fangster you were after?
Alright, before we head in, just one more perusal around. Okay.
Sir.
Oh, you look like Dutch.
With you.
He sends his regards. He's afraid you'll try and talk him out of retirement again.
I don't believe either of us want that.
You know he did risk his life to get this for you.
That's Harrow's trinket. I'm sure you'll both be rewarded accordingly.
Edgar isn't some civilian looking for a medal. This is all he knows. Your institute saw to that.
My institute? This isn't about Agent Gravener, Jesse. We are on the cusp of great progress. Great change. Today's presentation is of critical importance to the family. After which...
Edgar is family.
After which... I expect you to step up to your duties here at the manor.
With all due respect, Director, I am a field agent, not a paper pusher.
You're a rentier!
Why must you always make me spoon-feed these things to you, Jesse? There are bigger things at work here than running around in caves slaying beasts. I do believe someday soon you will see it my way. And if you don't, it's my responsibility to force that change. Now, leave me be. I must prepare for the presentation.
Oh, I like the leather.
And send someone in here to clean up this mess.
The RI on his shoulders. That's cool. I didn't notice that before. So, let's go ahead and do some assuming here. Some hypothesizing.
Agent Feathers is waiting for you in the lobby.
So... he's saying that it's of great importance to the family. Was he talking about the Rentier family, or was he talking about the vampiric family? Could Jesse's father be under the influence, because they said mind control powers and such? Or it said that Harrow had actually been the one calling for, what's his name? Hold on. I want to get his name right. with Debano. So could it be that Harrow could be under the influence of the vampires because he was the one who called for this guy's death, especially when the vampiric community aren't exactly fond of him and his incredibly long Nosferatu-like fingernails? Could go a bunch of different directions. We'll see.
Should have seen that priest armed with holy water, crosses, and whatnot. And that tick, he was scared stiff.
Yeah, I would have loved to have seen his face when you walked in with that gauntlet.
Hello?
You're just in time. The presentation should be starting soon.
What do you got for me this time?
Use bucks to buy weapons and upgrades. There we go. Use LT and RT to navigate between weapon categories. Buy an upgrade to continue. Okay. Agent tools. Augmentations of various fighting tools like the healing dispenser and module built into the gauntlet. The revolver. And the gauntlet itself. Which I can't unlock right now. I can upgrade the rifle. Free bullet. Hitting a weak spot now restores a bullet spent on it. Oh, that's nice, because there were certain situations where... yeah, we were having to reload at unfortunate times. I mean, we've got the... oh, wow, 3,300. So we've got 6,618. Mid-air shot. An enemy can be shot right after becoming airborne with a single revolver bullet for increased damage. Effect can be repeated. Healing is now followed up with a short 5-second invulnerability. That sounds nice. Okay, so let's go with this. We're going to go ahead and get Do Not Disturb, which would give us... duh, don't make me do maths. 265. Here, let me see here on the old calculator. For those of you who don't know, I'm completely mathlexic, which is kind of funny considering what I do for a living. All right, 3950 plus 2650. Oh wow. We'll have 18 left. Excellent. Well then, we're going to go ahead and buy that, because the rifle has served us quite well. And Do Not Disturb. I think that is going to do us just fine. Attend the presentation. You can buy upgrades anytime with money by opening your inventory. What? Okay, I was not aware of that. Huh. Well, that's pretty spiffy. Now, where's our presentation? Where are we going? Is it outside? It's probably outside. Or not. Can we go back in and talk to Pops? Nope. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now that popped up in front of us. Oh, this was another area we didn't...
Gravener by the stables. He ain't coming in.
I heard Gravener's finally retired.
Yeah, good luck with that. Oh, and a little bit more lore.
Father in all his directorial glory. The artist who painted the portrait, what was his name? Philomen Cole? He was so curious about those gauntlets. Word came back that he talked about them in a local pub, and Father had to give him a very stern talking to. Scared the living piss out of him. Father was a very private person. I'm surprised he ever consented to even pose for this portrait. You can see by the look in his eyes he wasn't too happy about it.
William doesn't seem like the happy sort. All right. Well, it looks like we have a presentation to get to, guys, but we will go ahead and save that for the next episode. We were able to get some, I don't know, they've got some frame little droppage here only in this room. Out of every place that we've been to, it has to be the study. But yeah, we'll check out the presentation and see where the story goes next time. Hope you all have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you for presentation time. Later days, everyone.